Oh, cool.
What is that?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
I left my suit in the hotel room.
Why?
Because I'm on vacation, Ned. Everyone's gonna see my face. Just get them out of here.
Go.
Just go. No, you don't. You okay?
This is Mr. Beck. He's from Earth, just not ours. The snap tore a hole in our dimension.
You're saying there's a multiverse?
Awesome! Stark left these for you.
Hello, Peter. Would you like to see what I can do?
Whoa.
Initiating strike.
Initiating what now?
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Let's see how they look. You know I could blow you up right now?
Yeah, they'd still look terrible.
Oh.
I need a suit.
Suit? You take care of the suit. I'll take care of the music.
I forgot that I can't itch my face. And then there's the stealth suit, which is my favorite suit because it's totally different and totally fresh. The idea behind the suit is Peter Parker doesn't want to be seen as Spider-Man in Europe. Everyone's gonna see my face. Just get them out of here. Go!
So Nick Fury loans him this costume, something out of the S.H.I.E.L.D. Special Ops world.
How's the suit?
The suit's great. It's awesome. It's kind of Captain America-like with a Spider-Man twist.
Do you think that's Spider-Man?
No. It's like a European rip-off version of him. I was actually reading about him the other day. It's not him.
And it also looks pretty badass. So the black and red suit is like wearing a work of art. It looks so realistic that it feels like you should be able to climb walls and you should be able to shoot webs. And the way that it's made is an homage to the godfather of the MCU.
The world needs the next Iron Man.
Hi everyone, it's Charlie. We're just a little ways away from Spider-Man Far From Home coming out. We have a bunch of new clips, a bunch of new shots of the new suits, and Mysterio just totally making fun of Spider-Man because he thinks the Iron Man glasses are lame. And some really cool Iron Man technology that we did not know about. So we'll break it down. There's a new round of that IMAX ticket giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a Spider-Man comment on the video. I'll name a new winner at the end of this. There's a lot of other Avengers stuff going on that I'll reference at the end of the video, but remember, there is that extra cut with the new post-credit scene. I'll be talking about that later this weekend, too. We get a brand new Spider-Man and Mysterio versus Hydro Man clip. Then we get that special clip, a more extended version of the clip with the Iron Man glasses where he gets them and he sees what everyone's looking at on their smartphones. That's basically what the Iron Man glasses are doing. The AI is pulling data from everyone's smartphone, so it sees what people are texting to other people. It hears the conversations that it's having. If you notice, the person that everyone's thinking is the chameleon, the actor here sitting in the front that's on Nick Fury's team. His text bubble actually has red that's blurred out in it. There was a similar clip a little while ago that I did a video for just explaining what's going on in all these different chat bubbles and what the people are talking about, and his was completely blank. So it's not a spoiler to say this person is actually a team member with Nick Fury's special team. You see him in the background of all these shots when Spider-Man is meeting Mysterio for the first time. But then you learn about the very special Iron Man technology that's also built into it, where he almost accidentally calls in an orbital strike from a Stark Tech satellite, one of the many Stark Tech satellites that are orbiting the Earth, so that he has anything available to him at any time. Remember, that's where he kept Veronica, aka the Hulkbuster, during Avengers Age of Ultron.
I'm calling it Veronica.
This satellite isn't Veronica, though. He's not calling down the Hulkbuster. It's just another satellite in the same way that he called for the special Iron Spider suit to come from the new Avengers facility. He gave Friday the special code so that she would know which one to eject. It came into outer space. But the film trades a lot on the legacy of Tony Stark and what have they used in previous films, like Avengers Age of Ultron is also a really good example, where the legacy of his time as a weapons dealer becomes very heavy on him, like, oh, this is all coming back to bite me in the ass, me selling all these weapons of mass destruction. There's still a lot of Stark orbital weapons platforms around the Earth ready at a moment's notice to just rain down fire anytime Iron Man or anytime a warlord has bought weapons from Tony Stark wants to use them and has the money to buy an orbital weapons platform. The other really cool thing, too, is that any of Tony Stark's AIs that he's created have the ability to hack into other Stark tech. There's a certain baseline code that he builds into all of his technology that gives him access to all Stark tech all over the world, even if it's something that he sold to someone years ago. It's just a standard defense mechanism. If someone were to try to attack him with his own technology, he would have a way to override that. The thing about Spider-Man now is that he's just discovering all these special little hidden Easter eggs that Tony Stark never told him about. Like, oh yeah, there's all this hidden code here. You can hack into all this really cool stuff. They have the funny scene of Mysterio in the bar shading him, just telling him the glasses look kind of stupid. This is also that same scene where Spider-Man names him an Avenger. Welcome to the Avengers. I'm sure this won't go terribly. There's a much longer scene of him making the new black and red suit, which we're just calling the Steve Ditko suit. They do a whole big featurette. There's a couple other funny clips built in there too, but you get a much better look at it up close.
It's awesome. It's kind of Captain America-like with a Spider-Man twist.
The reason why he's calling the stealth suit a Captain America style suit, like it's very much in the vein of Captain America's suit, is because it doesn't have all the really cool technology built into it the way that the Stark Tech suits do, or the Iron Spider suit. Remember, even Captain America's Avengers Endgame suit, the final one he wore, was still a bit of an armor upgrade, stronger materials, but it didn't have a lot of technology built into it. The Civil War suit was also a bit of a downgrade from the Avengers Age of Ultron suit. The extra tech that he had built into the Age of Ultron suit were just the special suit magnets built into the wrist gauntlets in the back just to help him use his shield without the need of the strap. The reason why they went back to the strap for Avengers Endgame is because it was more iconic, and Cap was meant to be the most iconic version of himself during that, wearing this really cool comic booky looking armor, using the classic shield with the strap so that he could have that moment, the scene where he cinches it even though Thanos has already chopped out a giant chunk of the vibranium shield because his sword is that strong. I don't think it would have looked better if he would have had a whole bunch of extra technology there. Thor's hammer was meant to be the really special thing. And quick side note too, we actually just found out about all the deleted scenes and the bonus features that'll be on the Avengers Endgame Blu-ray. I'll remind people about that at the end of the video. Tom Holland calls Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man character the Godfather of the MCU, like we wanted to have this homage to the Godfather of the MCU when Peter is building his brand new Spider-Man suit. If you notice here in the background, you can actually see that there are 4 different suits that he cycles through on this display while he's coming up with the design for the brand new one. There's the comic book Iron Spider suit, the red and gold version of the suit, the very first hoodie version of the suit that he built for himself when he first became Spider-Man before the events of Captain America's Civil War, then the original Stark Tech suit, then the 4th version of the suit, the last one you see here, is the combination of the previous 3. It's the Steve Ditko red and black suit. So the new suit is basically a mashup of all the previous suits with little Easter eggs built into it, made to look like the very classic Steve Ditko version of Spider-Man's suit. There was a funny Tom Holland story where he also talks about calling Robert Downey Jr. the Godfather. That was what he named him just because he's such a big figure in his life, especially when he first met him. But just to give you an idea of what his relationship with Robert Downey Jr. is like in real life, because he's sort of a surrogate father to him. He was a mentor on set during Captain America's Civil War and then during the Avengers movies, just kind of helping him learn the ins and outs of filmmaking on a basic level. Recently, Robert Downey Jr. was giving an award to Jon Favreau at a special awards ceremony just to honor him for all this special stuff that he's been doing. He wanted Tom Holland to record a special message that they would play back at this awards ceremony, so he called him to ask him to make this. And because Tom Holland is on London time and Robert Downey Jr. was on California time, he was calling Tom Holland in the wee hours of the morning, so he just ghosted him and sent him straight to voicemail without seeing who it was. He woke up the next morning to see that there was a message on his voicemail from the Godfather, quote unquote, because Robert Downey Jr.'s information in his phone shows up as the Godfather. He freaks out, tries to call him back, but because of the time change, Robert Downey Jr. was asleep, and he said that it was the most afraid that he's ever been, waiting for him to call him back. I sent the Godfather to voicemail. And obviously it's not that big a deal, but it just gives you an idea for how Tom Holland views Robert Downey Jr. in real life and what their relationship is like. I think this scene of Ned Leeds trying to tell Betty Brant about a European knockoff Spider-Man because he's wearing the stealth suit, no, that's not Spider-Man, he's not following us around, is meant to be a reference to the Japanese Spider-Man from the 1970s. Quick Stan Lee history lesson in Hollywood. So early on, there was a version of the MCU that Stan Lee was trying to create in Hollywood using the Marvel properties. Like, we have all these characters, why don't we get movies and TV shows going? That's how they got the Hulk TV show going. One of his early successes was in getting a Spider-Man TV show going in the late 70s, but it was in Japan, so that's why a lot of people didn't see it on USA television unless you're watching it on YouTube or watching clips somewhere.
Spider-Man.
But like I said, big stuff coming up this weekend. Spider-Man Far From Home starting on Monday. I'll start doing my Easter eggs and post-credit scene and full review once it hits theaters, so no worries. We also learned exactly what deleted scenes and bonus features are going to be on the Avengers Endgame Blu-ray. Let me know if you want me to do a video about that. We learned about possible Taskmaster in the Black Widow Avengers prequel movie. And that's only the beginning. There's like 4 or 5 other videos that I'm working on. So just let me know which video you want me to do next. So no worries, there's a whole bunch of Marvel stuff coming up. Congratulations to the giveaway winner from my last big Marvel video, Mr. Cheesehead. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your details. Click here for that new Thor Guardians of the Galaxy 3 teaser, and click here to learn about live-action Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.